Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
2 times 2 is...
Don't worry us. She's safe. You're giving topic to Aruna. Study your place. Your woman outside with cousin whole day. You can't see your face. The story end up on ladies' room. You disappear without trace. Voila. If all she know is papi show and stress outside is love in the room. If you wanna have to get take care, they bust the files. When you fit in hard up in tongue, baby, it's love in the room. Don't whine on me here, lady. It's love in the room. If he wanna fight and stray, it's love in the room. We playing with tongues Monday in the ladies' room.
So we're back again for another one. Gotta say good morning to everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good today. Second edition of your ladies' room for this week. And of course I got my guest with me as well. Riggy is in the building. Riggy, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Good
How you doing, my brother?
It's a beautiful day. Feeling good, man. Feeling good. How are you, bro?
Yeah, I good. Yeah, these days just hot, boy.
Yeah, boy. It's real hot, eh?
Pressure outside.
Sweat.
Pressure outside. And while we saying that, some getting ready to be very, very cold in just a bit. You know, in places in the US, Canada, and so on, they getting ready to be very, very cool, and it started already.
Start already?
Yeah, it started already. So
right now they have cool sun. Outside bright and they go outside and it cool.
Listen. When I was in New York for Labor Day, so I asked a brethren of mine, I say, "What's the weather?" He's like, "Oh, weather nice, thing good, sun hot, place hot, thing steaming." I say, "Alright, so no sweater, no jacket, I could leave that home, right?" He said, yeah. You can leave everything, man. Leave everything. I say, "Boy, you sure?" Man say, "Yeah, dog, leave everything." Mind you, I have thin sweater, I have heavy sweater, I have the big one with all the fur and everything. I have all of them. Man say, "Don't bring none." I say, "Alright." Reach up in the States now. First night, gone outside. Short pants, thing. As though I did in the Caribbean. Bro, mistake. Listen, I sit down in a corner and I just fuck up myself and I just did.
Nah, you can't move like them people that live in there.
Yo!
Watch.
That was my first night. That was my first night. I just did in a corner like, bring me home. Just bring me home. I don't want to be outside. I don't care. Party fat. I don't care. Bring me home. Just listen something. That was... So, the moral of the story, never take advice from somebody who live in the country.
No.
Because the weather nice for them.
Bro.
The weather nice for them.
When I used to live in Canada for a while, I had a lab partner, right? The boy used to come outside. He have a jacket, shirt, and short pants. Minus 15 degrees outside. So from that time, I realized I can't trust nothing them men saying, bro, because them men feeling a different thing to what we feeling entirely, bro. It don't make no sense at all. And right now, the weather confusing up there. You'll be in the shade and cool, and when you step out in the sun, you might feel like a one boy going.
Petra, remember, it's nice for you who live there, right? When you come to Grenada and it's hot, it's nice hot for me, but it's too hot for you because you're not accustomed to that. So for us cold here, I mean, they up in Mount Morris and
They cool. Granite Tank cool.
Granite Tank cold. You know what I mean? Granite Tank is very cold, but that is not cold in the States. That is not even close to what is cold in the States or Canada or somewhere. So Petra, darling, it's nice for you, but if you're not accustomed, it won't be nice. One little breeze and it's too cold already. That's just how it is. Anyway, gotta say good morning to everybody that is on the live. Big up. Thank you so much for joining us again. Let's see who's here. And guys, hit that share button, yeah? Shante, always here first. Good morning. Valerie is also here. Good morning, Jay. How you doing? Linda, good morning. Precious Jewel, good morning. Nice to have you. Good morning to Jenny. Hope you're doing well. Abigail, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Rachel as well. Yes, Rachel, it's nice for you guys. That is exactly correct. It's nice for you guys. So, big up to all ya. Crystal, good morning. Hope you're doing okay. Alright, I think I got everybody. Guys, hit that share button and let us jump straight into it. Now,
Why moving now? So why you started talking why?
I hesitate. Do this or don't do this. Okay. Ricky, how was your carnival season?
It was good. I think it was a breakout season for myself personally, and in general, the level was up for sure. You know, the government did that bring the beat workshop with Casey from Precision, and that just really raised the level of everybody.
Wait, run that last part again.
The Bring the Beat workshop with Casey Phillips from Precision.
Yeah.
It was a program. He came down. He taught us personally what he does, like actually what he does. So we learned little things that we could apply, and I think we saw the level of the music reach a height that it hasn't been in a while. And I think the following and how big the Spice Mass was came in directly from the level of the music rising.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would definitely say that y'all being a part of that workshop would have sort of lift the standards and so on of the music.
Yeah. There's stuff he taught us there that no one inside the room was doing, which is ridiculous if you think about it. Because there was about 30 something of us in there, all music producers, and we do things in different ways. So it's very unlikely that nobody inside the class would be applying a method that he'd be teaching. So that should tell you that what he does is particular and specialized, you know?
Right. I was there was another program that was held during the summer as well. Sing
Grenada, yeah.
Sing Grenada. And I saw you were part of that as well. Tell us a little bit about that one also.
So Sing Grenada was a summer camp for children. I think the oldest person was 18, and we had as young as probably 12. Rita's son, I think, was the youngest person in the camp drumming. It was a summer camp where we tried to introduce young people to the music industry and give them insight into different things about it. It took them through a process where at the end they presented their own complete song. They contributed 4 songs to an EP that's going to be coming out, I think, in October. I'll have to ask Jeff when that exactly is coming out. But 4 songs were completed, and let me tell you, the level these children are at is crazy.
So 4
for the
songs were
age.
completed during that workshop.
Yeah. 4 songs, 4 complete songs. They were coached by Sabrina Hakim, myself, and Jev. And they were always surrounded by an environment full of music. Musicians were on camp. Every day there was a jam session at the end of the activities also. So it was just to surround the children with music and show them a way forward in the music industry.
Is this something that's going to be ongoing annually?
From what I've heard, it's going to be annual because there's a lot of children who wanted to get in and there just wasn't enough space. So I think going on annually, there'd be more of this kind of program and more space potentially as it expands.
Yeah, because a conversation that I definitely want to have on a more national level is music from a young age. I don't think that Grenada especially, places enough emphasis on music from a young age, musicians, artists, entertainers, let's just say entertainers, and it's not seen as something that you can do as a career.
Yeah, it's not seen as a
It's more or less
option
seen
for-
as something that you can hustle on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you'll hear a musician say, I'm going to a gig. It's not like, what do you do? I'm working, I'm a musician. You never really get that response. They just say, yeah, I play piano, I have a gig tonight, or I have a gig next week. That kind of thing. And we focus on the doctor, the lawyer, the teacher, and so on. But music is not seen as a career. And I think it's sad to see. Yes, our society is not big, but music is international. So what if Grenadians, yes, you may not be able to perhaps reach the height of your career in this small setting, but what if you break through, and you end up on a global stage, like exactly what we're seeing with our music right now.
Definitely. And this is one of the things that was emphasized in the camp actually. The type of music they made, there's 3 songs I think is different genres. I don't think anyone made the same type of song. My group made a soca song, but that's my area of expertise, but Sabrina's group would have done like a R&B song.
Right.
There would have been some more soul contemporary song from Zorina, who was also a coach. So we tried to show kids that it is a viable thing to do with your life. Even how it was run, we had like mock in terms of how they use the time and stuff. The sessions with the musicians, they had a lot of time, and we give them a mock budget and say, yeah, spending this amount of time in the session, etc., just to prepare them for the outside world.
Right. Yeah, because kids show interest in music from a young age. I'm sure you had a toy something as an instrument, whether it's a toy, drum and stuff like. Guys, if you didn't know, this guy, before he became reggae, he was a drummer. In love with the drums. This guy would take a drumstick and drum on the table, like on the desk.
Yeah.
Right? So that was his passion. That's where the music really came from.
Drum
But
codies.
I'm sure you had a toy drum.
Yeah.
Same as me. I had toy guitar, toy keyboard, that kind of thing, so we show interest from a young age. But then after that, it's like, what is being done after? I could count the amount of schools in Grenada that actually teaches music as a subject, or actually has it on the curriculum.
Yeah. And I must commend Godson Brown, of course, in Boca. He's really transformed Boca's music program, down to the drum corps, down to, I think they're one of the only schools that really has a functioning band, like for real. They in their graduation, everything is played. There's no pre-recorded music for the procession.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everything is played, and I think that's something we have to commend and something we have to try to replicate in all the schools. Really, that level of music mentorship.
Yeah,
and
I
program.
could see Godson pulling off.
Yeah.
I could see Godson pulling
For
off.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But going back to the season, I'll definitely like to say, I mean, I know this was, probably said and done already, but I would really like to say big up to the artists, big up to the producers.
For sure.
I think this year, last year was really good, and the other years were really good. But I think this year we have really stamped our authority as a force to be reckoned with in soca.
For sure.
Especially in power soca.
If you're in book your stay already for next year,
Exactly.
you understand?
You know?
That's the level it's at.
And I mean, yes, we have a beautiful island, and yes, we have a rich culture with carnival and all of that, but guys, the driving factor behind this is the level that the music is now at. You know, we had a couple carnivals after Grenada. We had Notting Hill and we had Labor Day. I was not at Notting Hill. However, I saw the videos and I spoke to guys who were there, Scratch Master, Tony X, Sinister, all these guys were there. And all you're hearing on the road when you wanted to hype the crowd was the payroll, the burial, even the LED. Come and see we LITT. I hearing that in London. Songs like that. Greece. Don't even talk about Greece.
Greece.
Dreadland just come in and just
transform the carnival, transform
You
every
understand?
carnival from here
Greece.
on out.
Right? And this instrumental in the background, Vaughn and Terra. This song again is a true testament of Grenadianness. You know what I mean? It is an amazing song. Also talking about artists like Boba, Capital Jab, because everybody want to play Jab now. Everybody on the planet who playing carnival now is a Jab.
Jab in style right now. Jab trending, So
then took it over to Labor Day. Kerry was at Labor Day. Dreadland was at Labor Day. Who else from Grenada was there at Labor Day? Mr. Golden was up there. Couple guys were up there. But again, Boise was there, Talpri was there, Terra was there. Yes, all these guys were at Labor Day. But again, every time you want to hype the crowd, whether it's on the cruise, in a party, in a fete, on the parkway, the list again. Payroll, job decisions, burial, from the time you plays done. No.
it's done.
This is like the road match song of the planet at the moment.
Listen, I don't even talk about Greece City. Bro, the footage I seen online of Kevin just going in people party and turning it over. It's just crazy. Big up Dreadline every time.
Everybody just making up their own dance or grease it down. You know what I mean? And wherever I go now, it's just Kareem. You have a number for Kerry. You have a number for Dreadland. You have a number for Muddy. This one have visa. That one have visa. This one have thing. I'm just being bombarded with the questions. Because now, everybody wants a Grenadian in their fit. No matter what it is. And one thing I must commend is the international DJs, like the ones who actually go around to the carnival and stuff like that. And we have some specific ones, guys like Tony X, Sinister, Kevin Crown, Overdose, Kerry. Bro, the way these guys bring the Grenada with them from here is just amazing to see. And they don't care if they're not playing for forward, because they would say something like, I just came from Grenada, this was the trending song, this is the Soca Mona King, this is the song on the road. If you don't know it, let me introduce it. You understand? That for me just took the cake. Our music now is penetrated. Even Talpri with the do for do. And
the
if
level,
you tell me,
the level, the level just much high, just really high. So once they hear it, they know. You understand? Even Casey came back and he said when he listened to Burial, he's like, "Wait, now this song real good, boy." Yeah, man. So you know, if it's coming from him, you know that the level reach different heights.
Yeah, definitely. Even the guys on Uber Soca Cruise and all of that now, they're actually asking for more Grenadian presence. You know, Miami is right around the corner. Again, asking for more Grenadian presence. You know, it is a joy to see, I must say. It is definitely a joy to see.
Definitely, because the product has been building, even coming back from when COVID just, took us back a few steps, to see it come back and surpass probably where it was, to be honest. It has been amazing. And I think we have to be grateful and we have to be really excited about what's going to happen in the future for sure.
But with the as an artist that focuses primarily on groovy, now that we at a stage where it seems, because we have mostly power soca this year and mostly power soca now penetrating on the outside, do you believe that power soca now has the edge on the groovy, or
it's hard to compare? I think music has its time and place, because while we bigging up all the power songs, the biggest song out of Grenada for this year is what? If you really think about it, it's still Blessing It though. The Blessing is still the biggest song out of Grenada at the moment. In general, I wouldn't say, right after the carnivals, the powers, they get a push. But if you really look at the whole year in its totality, the biggest song out of Grenada is probably Blessing.
Yeah, but everybody's singing that Blessing, eh?
Yeah.
Everybody's
They
singing
know it
that
better
Blessing.
than us in all corners of the world. So
Big up Black Cat. Big up Black Cat.
So it's hard to say that the power in front or the groove in front. I think music, different types of music have their different places and different crowds and different purpose and different moods. And it's all about harnessing all those moods to make the full product of our carnival and our music. Yeah.
But coming up to Trinidad Carnival, right, which is in February, March. No, it's in February this year. Trinidad is a country that focuses primarily on the chip, not necessarily the jump and wave as Grenada. We are the ones who really take jump and wave to the next level. Do you think now that we're here at the point where Grenada music is, do you think that the Trinidad artists now should perhaps follow suit in order to keep that momentum going, or do you think it's okay to still focus on that chip groovy kind of? Because I mean, from 2025, two songs penetrated from Trinidad. That was the Carry It and the Mashal. And they were also the road match contenders, which means power soca also does well in Trinidad. But now where we have hit after hit after hit after hit from Grenada, do you think that they should now follow along that path?
I wouldn't say they're going to follow, and they would take issue with anybody saying they're going to follow anything. But I think producers and artists are always listening to the airwaves and listening to what's trending and what's being successful, and that would influence the decisions they make with their music a lot of the time. But I think Trinidad has its own style, and we have our own style. Sometimes, they intertwine, but I don't think Trinidad's ever going to step away fully from the groovy side of the music. It's always been the larger part of their music. You understand? I mean, imagine at a time in their Soca Monarch, they were able to take away the categories and what sort of music was really reigning in their Soca Monarch at the time. Groovy music. If we were to eliminate the boundary between power and groovy in Grenada, I don't think the groovy would rise to the top of the monarchs like that in the same way. You understand? Because I think the societies are just they move at a different vibration, But at the same time, both groovy and power, Trinidad has their flavor and we have our flavor. Our groovy is actually different to Trinidad groovy if you listen to the sounds and listen to even the tempos we stay at, the speeds. It's slightly different, you know. Even the flavor of the power soca, our power soca is more energy. If you listen to Party and then you listen to Burial, that's the two road matches.
Oh yeah.
You understand? You could clearly
Totally different vibrations.
Yeah. So
totally. Yeah. Trinidad jump and wave was like a kind of calm, like we work so hard all week, you know, we deserve a party. You know, nicey kind of, you know, we think it's like bless done, you know?
Yeah.
It's more ruction. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's definitely on a different level. Somebody says, Bradley says, since 2013, Grenada Soca, we are on the rise. The rise to success. Yeah, definitely. We also have to big up the promoters like Naya for giving our artists and DJs forward. Yeah, big up Naya. Definitely big up Naya. Naya did 2 boat rides for NYC Labor Day weekend. Top notch. Fire. So big up Naya all the time. Zavid said, it's so sad to lose 2 top steel banner rangers right after Carnival. Our musicians have to take care of themselves. Yeah. I definitely want to say, you know, rest in peace to Blaze. That was actually one of my very, very good friends. Blaze and I have worked together for a couple years, since about, I would say, 2016, 17, around there. So I knew him from for some time. Great guy. Great guy. Blaze is one of the calmest, nicest individuals that you would ever meet. I don't think I've ever seen this guy upset, or I mean of course it's human nature, you'll get upset, but I'm just saying, like, I've never seen him in that kind of mood. You know, is always positive energy, always good energy. He could be talking to you about the worst thing and he still does it in a way where you feel like somebody is having a conversation with you. You know, he was a really good mentor, and his love for music, I know one person, me personally, I know one person who loves music perhaps a little bit more than me. It's just one. This guy had a different love for music, you know. True mentor, and I know that he'll definitely be missed.
For sure.
Definitely be
have to
missed.
say rest in peace, and my condolence personally to the Robertsons, you know. I know his daughter, and I wish them strength at this time. For sure.
Yeah, Othniel Sinclair as well from the Rainbow City All Stars as well. So shout out to the Rainbow City All Stars, and we wish you guys strength as well. And Rian Keddy as well, from the Pan Wizards team. Strength to you guys as well, yeah. But as David said, you know, as musicians, as entertainers, yeah, we need to take care of ourselves too. And the last time I was explaining this to somebody who asked me, you know, why entertainers eat so much junk. But think about it, right? Let's take me for example. Let's take just a regular day during Carnival, running from event to event. Where you getting time to look for cooked food? Bro, if you hungry, the minute time you pull up somewhere and you see that man frying a thing there, or that man have a waters there, or that man have a thing there, you're going in there and that's it. You just grab something and you go. We always on the road, always on the move.
As an entertainer, you're largely at the mercy of the street where food is concerned. You understand?
Exactly.
Because you don't have the time to go.
If somebody is 15 to 20, if somebody is frying, like, you know, chicken and fries or something like that, that's what's there, you're gonna just grab that. I remember moving through the bands, Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Nazem, you're fired. Nazem, you're fired. By management, you're fired. I need you to be out of the building by the time I come off this microphone. Nazim, thank you. Listen, I remember moving to the band's Carnival Monday and Tuesday, and like, bro, I'm being honest with you, I did not want the chicken and fries. I didn't want it. Especially after video with so by so and so and so. You remember that video? With the chicken and the thing?
Yeah.
Bro, I did not want it. But I didn't have a choice. I literally did not have a choice because you have a certain time to reach where you need to be. You have all this walking, all this thing, going through all this planning. Boss, I just grab a chicken and chips. I have my chicken and chips in my hand. I have a chicken in my hand, eat, and I down the road. You understand?
Bro, there are places that I say I could never eat, right? But you know, coming home from wherever, and that's what available. The other post I remember of Sam talking about somebody using like the tongs they was cooking with and picking up garbage with it. You understand? And all how I even saw that post, if the hunger catch me at the correct time, you might still end up eating there just because that's what's available. So we have to be careful with our health.
Yeah. And then, sure. I mean, just coming off from events, like, you coming off from events 2, 3 in the morning, what's available? I'm not going to call the names of the establishments, but we know what's available. Is you go by stop 1 or you go by stop 2. That's what is available. Enough time during carnival season again, bro, I go some all-inclusive and stuff like that. Nice food, mentally nice food. And I can't wait to just go on the stage, do what to do, come off and go and eat something. Because as an entertainer, I don't generally like to eat before you touch the stage. You like to eat after. Listen, man. By the time I come off stage, you go, boss, that done it. Boss, that done do it. Boss, you don't more in that. The most you get is some juice.
Nah.
Listen, or sometimes it's crazy, and I talk in big events. You know, like I could talk about brunch and soca. Like scratch one.
Hey.
So I could blaze scratch.
Hey.
You understand? But I mean, I was the last DJ. I came off think exactly midnight or like 5 past midnight or something like that. And I will say, all right, I tell Kevin, I say, hey boy, let me go and get some teeth. Where?
If you didn't move for the food early, you just wouldn't get in them
You
kind
die.
of circumstances.
So, again, going back to the point as an entertainer, what do you eat at that point? You will go on the road and look for something. You understand? And what is available these kind of hours, you know? But I definitely think Zavid is right. And maybe, you know, now that the entertainers have a little downtime, I mean, it's September, back to school, everything like that. Guys, I am also considering it as an entertainer myself. You know, probably do little checkups, you know, a little detox, start back your gym routine, or just probably eat green and clean for a little while, because we are not... What is the word I'm looking for? Mr. Island Scholar of 2012.
I'm supposed to read your mind to know what he was going to say next, but we not, you know, on top of our physical health and nutrition.
We are not expungible.
Expungible. Wow.
That's the word I was looking for.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You understand? I mean, we not here forever, and we losing people
Scrabble. What day,
every
Spongeable.
single day. Look up that way when you reach home. That is your homework. Right, Mr. Island Scholar. That is your homework. But I mean, seriously, entertainers, whether, you know, musicians, artists, and so on, let's use this downtime, please. Check on your health. Maybe start back your gym routine. Eat clean for a little bit, and let us just get into a good habit before that end of year busy season comes around again. Because if we continue that kind of road of just junk, no workout, not enough water, you know, all of that, then it's obviously that we're going to flatline one day. So just a plea to the entertainers, like Zavid said, take care of yourself.
Yeah, while you have the time to make a structured routine now.
While you have the time.
Stick to it. Because you know, once you're on the road, and it's chaos. Your routine, you don't know sometimes when you'll be outside. So
exactly.
While you're inside, make the best use of your time. You understand?
Yes, sir. Anyway, guys, we gotta go. Thank you so much for making it the Ladies Room Tuesday. Mr. Island Scholar, thank you so much for joining me.
This boy is just, putting my business out in the public domain.
Bro, you're entertainer now. You don't have your business is no longer yours. They didn't teach you that.
You're not talking about my entertainer life. You're talking about my past life, You know that was like a whole different life.
Later. Good. Have a good day to the people on the live. Thank you so much for joining us. And we're definitely going to be back again tomorrow for another one. If you're listening via the frequency, keep it locked on a Power 95, yeah?
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of Renwick and Thompson Limited, Beacon Insurance, and Nirvana Health Spa Detox.